And then developing dry eye in my early 20s was such a shocker to my system, and nobody could resolve it, which then led me to becoming a dry eye specialist.
Hey there, I'm Dee Dee, and you're listening to Thrivefecta, a limited audio series from BMO Wealth Management celebrating Women's History Month. Each episode of the podcast is a triple threat of insight from women thriving in business, finance, and life. Today's guest is Dr. Joanna Slutsky. Joanna is an entrepreneur and an integrative medical optometrist with nearly 20 years of experience. She attended Northwestern University and graduated magna cum laude from the Illinois College of Optometry. In addition to providing comprehensive eye exams, Dr. Slutsky is a dry eye expert, a contact lens and myopia control specialist who prefers a holistic approach to eye care. She lives and works in Chicago. Let's hear now from Dr. Joanna Slutsky.
My name is Dr. Joanna Slutsky. I'm an integrative medical optometrist specializing in the diagnosis and management of dry eye disease. So I came to the States when I was 6 years old, and I came here with just my mom, who was a dentist back in Poland. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I thought that medical field could be an opportunity for me, because I grew up around healthcare to begin with. On top of that, my grandfather was a primary care physician. So besides my mom, my grandfather, and her sister, who was a nurse, we were always surrounded within practitioners, medical field. So I was used to seeing my family caring for others. So when I reached optometry school, it came as a second nature to care for my patients in the way that I saw my family care for others. And then developing dry eye in my early 20s was such a shocker to my system, and nobody could resolve it, which then led me to becoming a dry eye specialist, because I really wanted to resolve not only my own condition, but then truly support those around me in the best way possible, because it is such a traumatizing eye condition when it escalates, and there's not that many doctors out there that truly are able to relieve not only the symptoms, but also address the underlying cause. So that's the reason why I actually went into optometry. That's the reason why I went into the dry eye specialty. And I'm an entrepreneur. I started in this business when I was in my late teens. I did work at a medical practice, and I got involved within the eye care field during optometry school. I wanted a private practice. I wanted to be my own boss. So I actually opened my Lakeview location while I was a first year in optometry school. And then by the time I graduated, I started working full time. A couple of years ago, back in 2021, we opened our second location. And so I've been very lucky to be able to support the Chicagoland area and our patients. What has helped me thrive in not only my business career, but also personal life, is to give patients and colleagues and friends something that they didn't expect. So rather than delivering only the patient care type of an experience that one is expecting to receive when they see an eye doctor, my philosophy has always been, let's give our patients, let's give everyone that we interact with something that they did not expect to receive out of the interaction with me. Therefore, deliver a superior quality of care, be more detailed, be more inquisitive, truly get to know the person that's in front of you, which will give you the opportunity to support their lifestyle, support their needs in a way that they didn't really think that they needed. By doing that, it enables me to offer more, make a significantly larger impact within their lives. And therefore, whether it be the finances that we end up growing through, or whether it be strengthening the connections that we establish with those around us, it's going to be a much stronger, more valuable interaction to the person that is dealing with us, rather than just being basic and streamlined. Something that has helped me thrive financially has been surrounding myself with people that know more than I do. Meaning, rather than figuring it out all by myself, by having a team, a support team, a support network that specializes in knowing exactly what to do for a specific situation. So whether it be financial planning with the help of a trusted private wealth advisor, or whether it be an insurance guide, or whether it be an attorney that specializes in a specific topic that I need addressed, or a colleague who specializes in the area of dry eye in which I wanted to grow into. I've always reached out to those that I felt were either an inspiration or knew more on the certain topic than I felt I did. And not only run my ideas, problems, opportunities by them to support me further and escalate my knowledge and escalate my growth, but rather just hang on to them so that we can have a working relationship and I can always continue to grow and enhance my opportunity.
Thank you, Joanna. What a story, and great advice to boot. From offering more than is expected in business and in life to surrounding yourself with people who know more than you. Simple, yet powerful when applied consistently, right? Thank you so much for sharing your time and your story with us here on the podcast. Thanks to all of you who've joined us and listened in today. If you want to learn more about Joanna's work and her practice, we'll put a link in the show notes for you. This is one of 12 episodes from this season, and there are even more from last year. For the full playlist of episodes, click the link in the show notes. You can find the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Simply search for BMO Thrivefecta on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. We're closing out the season as the sun sets on Women's History Month 2024, but that doesn't mean we're done sharing the insights of dynamic women like Joanna. At BMO, we're committed to real financial progress for every woman, so they're prepared to seize every opportunity. And all year long, we share lots of insights for, from, and by women. Follow along at uswealth.bmo.com/insights. BMO creates innovative educational programs for women and sponsors organizations that support women entrepreneurs. And through the BMO Celebrating Women program, we proudly recognize women for their philanthropy, entrepreneurship, and innovation. Contact BMO Wealth Management through our website at uswealth.bmo.com. A big thank you to all who made this show possible. For a full list of credits, please check out the description where you can also read our disclosure. Thanks so much for listening.